George Michael? George Michael. Do you want to speak, George Michael? You guys, hello collective. Thank you for tuning into my channel, Patience with Spirit. I am looking at what Spirit's saying because they said Michael earlier and they just said George. And I was going to do Michael Jackson, but then they just said George, so George Michael. Let's do a read for George Michael. Yes, please. Welcome. I love you. Dead animals. Okay.
They are coming.
They're coming. The dead animals are coming, George Michael says. Okay, well, George Michael, thank you so much for being here with us with spirits. We appreciate you so much. If you would love to share your experience, your human experience here with us, we would greatly appreciate that. Any messages or stories that you want to share with us about you, I would love to share that with the collective. Please come into my golden bubble of protection that is created by Archangel Michael, so we can be protected from any harm, from anything, anyone, or anybody, from anything mentally, spiritually, or physically. I love you so much with all my heart. Thank you. Thank you. Can I just say I love your music? Like, how many times can you listen to Careless Whisper? 1,000,000. You were tortured? In what way? He says tortured. Please tell me. Please tell us. Get it off your chest. Let this be a safe space for you to be able to tell the world your side of your experience from your energy space. Please, I'm so excited to be with you. Thank you. George Michael. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet, I've got no rhythm. Though it's easy to criticism. Tortured by criticism. Yeah. The vessel and the queen. Oh, so cool. Look at this. Wow. Spirit, come through, George Michael. Look, sitting in this, looks like inside of an egg or something. So what I'm getting is that this person, or if this, George Michael, please tell me if this is correct, if I'm getting this right. I'm getting the sense that you really had an identity crisis. You were under heavy criticism and scrutiny in your profession, and you had an image to withhold, an image that is what people see, but really it's not who you are. But this is who you are, this creative, feminine, very nurturing, very, very gentle, very creative. Like, or maybe you could have even felt very feminine. Like maybe you felt like you wanted to transition. But in that time that you lived, it just wasn't like as well known about, and you were a public figure, and so you kind of had to live in this shell of yourself where you were, you covered your real self up. But really you were the screaming queen. Shut down. Yeah, you were shut down. Your real self was shut down and was criticized, and you felt tortured by that. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I know, that stinks. You couldn't be yourself. You are pretending to be something you're not. Oh, makes my heart hurt. Oh, yeah, the cave. Wow, look at this. So, look.
Bench.
He says bench. So, the cave could be equivalent to the bench, like, the fear of being benched, or the fear of missing out, or the fear of not being picked, it had like pick me vibes because of invalidation, because an inability to be able to be authentically themselves. strongholded by people's opinions, like, and criticizing, like pointing at them and scrutinizing them. That was the cave they lived in. Yeah, held down by some kind of outside force. Oh yeah, and look, there's a... Oh shit. Look, come through, spirit. Look, there's a hand here too. So this hand's holding a snake, which is knowledge. And this hand's holding down another hand, pressing it. And this hand is covering the privates, like... I think George Michael might have identified as a woman. And there's a hand in the middle, the dead end, reversed. The queen. The queen is dead. The queen is dead. Yeah, the queen is dead. It, like, killed his true ability to nurture. He was nurturing the wrong part of himself. Agape, accept all, reject none. He rejected his true self and nurtured the wrong version of himself. Numerous times. He didn't choose himself. He chose to be something he wasn't, numerous times. And it led him down a dead end, and it killed his ability to know who he really was. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I accept you just the way you are.
On the counter.
The crony, reversed. So we have another hand here. So he really just felt like, here's a hand, but this hand's holding a crow, and like an energy crow, and this hand's holding a snake. So his decision to over and over again not choose himself, he was backpedaling, he was going backwards, he was regressing into this like version, this weird, like, distorted version of sun. Spirit says sun. This looks like a distorted sun. He was a distorted sun. Wow. A distorted sun that was rejected himself. Wow. Don't cry. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Wow, a son that rejected himself. Whoa. Thank you so much for being here, George Michael. I am so grateful to you. So, his time frame was the Age of Enlightenment. His identity was mother. His love style was polyamorous. His faith was sacrificial. His trauma was war. His location was Arctic, and his death was poison. And his lesson, or her lesson, if you want me to say her, was truth and discernment. Psychic. What? I swear, I've been doing readings where celebrities and regular people who have psychic gifts are targeted. I wonder... So, George Michael is a psychic. Probably why super deep in his feminine energy. So, that's probably why he felt so out of place of his environment that he was in. That it morphed him. It, like, transformed him into this weird, distorted version of what his psychic abilities, which is why he was so talented, because he could tap in to source to create from a divine place. but he didn't use discernment to make his decisions. He wasn't in an age of enlightenment to really be able to identify with his mother energy, his feminine energy. And he was very promiscuous, and it says faith sacrificial. I don't want to assume too much from there. Let's keep going. Thank you, George Michael, for being here with us. I'm sorry that you felt you couldn't be yourself. He didn't have any defenders for his special intelligence, for his plight, for his place. He didn't really tell anybody. He didn't have a defender.
Shaggy.
He didn't have someone to defend his right to be authentic, and he didn't defend himself. And he had special intelligence because of his psychic abilities. Definitely could have been a high priestess. George Michael could have been a high priest. Posers. He could have been a high priest in a world full of posers that always wanted to take his energy and distort who he really wanted to be in his image. It was all about his image. He had to look a certain way that he didn't identify with, I guess. Or that didn't let him shine. It kind of held him down in this cave. It made him want to like hide who he was. Hide who he was, rural living. Yeah, not super public, just a really like a super high priest energy I'm getting. Someone who likes to keep to themselves, doesn't like to be around a lot of people. But he's around snakes all the time. Literally snakes. You become your environment. You know, when you don't stand up for you and you don't put your foot down and stand up for what you want and what you think is good for you, then people walk all over you and they take advantage of you and they distort you. You know, they turn you into what they think you should be, and then you become unpleasant. You become a shell of yourself. I told you, magic, you guys, celebrities in this magic. And the faith style is sacrificial. You have a high priestess doing magic, dabbling in magic, oppression. Religious oppression, social oppression. Wow. Identity the father. LGBT. Secret.
He's here.
Peace. Lesson is peace. Trauma is witness or bystander. Shit, man. Wow. I think that George Michael was part of or a bystander or a witness, forced witness, bystander to some kind of magic religious a spirit oppression. Yeah. He was witness to some kind of illusionist, sorcerer, sorceress, alchemist to to oppress social or religious oppression, and LGBT to oppress. I think that George Michael identified as a woman, and this social religious group that used magic and his psychic abilities oppressed this about him and didn't elevate him. It demoted him it made him dark, or it made him sad, at least, or discrimination. I can't make it up. Religious discrimination, sexual discrimination, social discrimination. He didn't feel like himself. He had like, I don't want to say it, but could have possibly just identified as a woman and had to upkeep this image because of some kind of oppression, religious oppression, from magic. Hey, baby. Good napping. Secrets, yeah. Secret agenda, secret affair, kept in the dark, secret exposed. Yeah, lesson is gluttony, something that was indulgent because of fear of abandonment. So, definitely a current lifetime. So, something he dealt with in this lifetime. Hi, baby.
Help me.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Alright, so top of the deck. I got Freemasons and I got sexual assault, so I think that George, and then Spirit said succubus. So I think that his faith was sacrificial, and to be famous, some kind of sacrifice was needed, and the secret involving the Freemasons, involving magic, and SA. Satanic. Spirit just said satanic. Or George Michael said that. And look at this top of the deck again. Leadership. So let's see what else. Thank you so much. We won't go. Thank you so much for being here, George Michael. It's a pleasure to speak with you. We really do appreciate the knowledge that you're sharing with us today. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting us in our golden bubble of love and light. And thank you, Collective, for being here. We hope you enjoy the messages, and we hope that you got something from it. We got dishonesty. By lying, I ripped us apart. Yeah. By lying to himself, being dishonest with who he was, trying to be something he wasn't because he was trying to follow social norms to not be discriminated against, ended up being the very thing that, brought him down. Not being honest about who he was to himself made him unhappy. He had everything in the world, but he was just pretending to be this happy-go-lucky guy that's dating and getting back out there and setting a date, dating online. But he's always longing, craving, wanting, aching because of this deal. That's the way it works. It puts you in a constant need of needing more and more and more. It's never enough because it takes from you every time every time you do your paranormal rituals things, you take a piece of yourself. Yeah, you ruin the chemistry that the natural chemistry of the way the universe works, of the way that God gives you blessings. You mess that up. I have never felt a passion this intense. You lose passion. And you always feel like you have to do extreme things to gain more feelings of passion. And it becomes an addiction. Second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. Yeah, you're always looking for more opportunities of more to satiate that craving, that aching, that wanting, the need of more. So he did that through dating, he might have had a sex addiction, cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. Yeah. But reverse. So internally, he had cloudy judgment. He was under illusions, he was unbalanced, he was distorted. He was really imbalanced because of this secret SA. He wasn't grounded at all. And so he was never going to find the one thing he wanted, which was a soulmate, a soul connection, partnership, a life partner, because he basically sold his soul. Neglected. I failed to give you. He neglected himself and what he really wanted. He didn't take a minute to really look at it from a higher perspective. He was looking at it from a ground level. He was chasing. Yeah. Inside, he always was in a pursuit for toxicity. He built a resilience for toxicity that fed off his ego and pride. Or this is happening internally, not anything he shared with anybody. Yeah, he didn't share this with anybody. It was all some things he dealt with inside of himself. A secret. Lots of secrets. So, because of this magic ritual that made him imbalanced, made him unable to be authentic, it's making a bad investment. It got him depression, bad investments, being stuck in a dead-end job. Imagine having a job that anyone would die for, and having a gift like that, but feeling like so unhappy because you can't be yourself and you've lost your soul. You can't be full. You can never be full. It sounds like a nightmare to me. Yeah, that's why you don't use magic. Never use magic. Yeah, pretend magic is fine, but not really. So, the sun reverse, tower. The only magic you need is love, honey. All you need is love. Love is all you need. So I got Page of Cups, intuition. So I have the sun first. Lack of enthusiasm, it's reversed. Yeah, sadness, unrealistic expectations, ego, conceitedness, oppression. I can't shine light on my world around me, and my radiance doesn't attract more success. Yeah, so he was the sun in reverse, and it brought a tower to him eventually because he couldn't take it. He was living in an illusion where he constantly was craving and aching and wanting because he couldn't get full, because he made that secret oath in the dark that he didn't really use his intuition about. Excuse me. He didn't use his intuition about, Lover's reversed at the top. He had a lack of accountability. He detached from the situation because he had trust issues, and he was out of balance, and he was always in conflict within himself because of this decision he made to get this wish fulfillment, but from the wrong place. He really got it from the wrong place, and he chose the wrong way to get it. And he's saying that right now, that he made a mistake. He made a mistake. He used magic. He joined a secret society that promised him the Wheel of Fortune. But it ended up being the Ace of Cups reversed. Sadness, blocked. Because they lie. They lie. They make it seem all, shiny and new. Like something like, oh yeah, be a millionaire. You don't have to do anything. You just gotta show up. Refreshments. There's refreshments there. Free food. Please come join us. All you have to do is this. And then it's some like crazy, I don't know. I don't really know the details. Up to promise. A promise they make that they're responsible for a confirmation. A confirmation of something. A promise that they'll get the Wheel of Fortune, an opportunity for adventure. And it'll be easy, not without a challenge. It'll be guilt-free. It'll be guilt-free, no problem. All you have to do is confess your sins and you'll be fine. Confess your sins and you'll be fine. So tell the world what you did, and then you'll be able to be free of this thing you did. And find inner peace. But you can't tell the world what you did, because what you did was awful to get to the position you did. So, boom. They know exactly what it's going to do. It's going to break down your self-love. Bluey be awesome! Yeah. They become your new family, They trauma bond you and... Yeah, lots of voices in your ears in the background telling you what to do and who to talk to. You start to become confused, Mama. They're like, oh yeah, they coach you, yeah. They coach you through. They're like, oh yeah, we'll call you and we'll tell you what to do. They string you along like a marionette saying, yeah, I promise you, yeah. Oh, but we got evidence on you. If you don't do what we say, we got stuff on you, we're going to use it against you and you'll be sorry. We'll take your blessings and we'll ruin all your future goals, and we'll send you some spiritual attacks and disturbances for you if you don't do what we say. They probably did send them a disturbance. That's probably what this is.
I know it says that, Mama.
Yeah. Yeah, to steal your vitality and your growth and your creativity.
Mom, you have to look really big.
Thank you so much, George Michael, for sharing your story with us. Can you please end it on a good note on what you learned from this experience? From this human experience, can you please tell us what you've learned? The divine fruit. As I work to improve and free myself, I strengthen my foundations. My intellect is light, my heart is warmth, and my soul is strength. I am nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. Aww, I love that. The nurtured by the divine sun, the fruit I bear reflects my inner light. Self-love.
Mom.
Self-love is the divine fruit. Once you love yourself so much, you create fruit that is divine because you are aligning with it. Peace. Self-love equals peace. That's what he learned. Oh. That really got me good. That really got me. Oh. Self-love. I attend to my needs by listening to my heart. My inner essence lets me know what is good for me. I respect my limits. I answer the requests of my body and soul. Thus, I learn to love myself in peace. I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. And I had the calm card over here. Look, calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. Oh. So he's realizing that all he wanted to do was create, but because he was so worried about what people thought of him, and he let people tell him who he was. He didn't nurture self-love, and he didn't create fruit from that place, and so he didn't have inner peace. But that's what he learned from this lesson, that you don't have to search outside of yourself to create divine fruit. You have to do it from a place of self-love and inner peace.
Mama.
Thank you so much, George Michael. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Mama,
I
Mama.
appreciate you.
Mama.
Thank you, Collective. Bye.